sure all the council understands it as well. One of the things I want to make sure that we're doing in comments for the council is comments for the council, but not critiquing of the council and going through, and we're not going to start going back and forth and having debates. It's not, I'll take it off the agenda in a heartbeat at that point. Yes, sir.
I don't want to have a debate, but I would like to respectfully disagree about this immigration policy. I am an immigrant myself. The fact that somebody says you need a lot of money, I came to this country with $5 in my pocket, and I went through the process, so I don't see why other people can go through the process themselves. I didn't speak any English. I had to learn it on the fly. So I respectfully disagree with that statement that it's very difficult. If you have the drive, you can do it. If you don't come, period.
I have a comment. I sat here last week, one thing you were talking about the farmer's market, and you spent a lot of time on it. One feeling I did have that I would share is I totally support the city having resources and making them available to free enterprise. The only suggestion I would have is I don't think you should label who it should be used by. As long as you people feel it's in the public interest, I would do it. I do become concerned when you discriminate and said it's the farmer's market for two reasons. First is discrimination. Second, I feel the city could be potentially liable. The second thing I wanted to talk about was last week, the immigration laws. And I really don't know how to talk about this, but one thing sort of, and I want it to be, it's not judgmental or, well, let me just say it. Mr. Morris, when he's talked about this is a local issue. This is a national issue. I felt in my own mind I was pretty myopic. And I realized, I feel you people are really strong and can have an influence of this. So one of the things I did, I went to, by the way, Vicki, whoever she is, she helped me. I got the different oaths of office that I read last week. And I won't read it again, but I found out there's two of them. There's a new one and there's an old one. And they tell me that if you've been reelected, you don't have to work on the new one. So some of the council members are still in the old one. And I looked at it and I said, well, what is the real difference? Well, one of the things that hit me is the real difference is on the new one, you swear that you're a United States citizen. The old one, you don't have to say that. On the new one, you say it's your responsibility to obey the Constitution and the national laws, not obey them, support them. And obviously the state and laws. Now, I guess where I'm getting, and I don't want to, I mean, you can argue a lot of stuff. By the way, my neighbor with $5 ended up being a PhD. So don't tell me it can't be done. But if I'm in a position and I take an oath and I can't follow that oath, then I think you got to resign. Okay?
Thank you. Joe. You can't, Joe, my apologies. I meant to try and get in touch with you this last week as well. If you want to make comments for a couple minutes, that would be great. I know Dave has filled me in on the subject that you got. It's something that has to go through Joanne's staff. It would be completely inappropriate for...
Can you put me on the agenda for the next council meeting?
No. It would be...
I contacted you 4 times. I contacted you 3 times. I met with him twice. I have something that I've been working on. Look, I love this town, okay? I love the city of Camas. And I know a program and something that can bring in $472 million into this town. I know how to do it. I've done it before. I know it can be done. I don't like to be shut 3 minutes. I'm a little pissed off that you couldn't make the appointment. You couldn't make it. He met with me twice. I thought you were gonna be there, you weren't there. I don't like to embarrass you in public. You guys are all trying to do something that's good. You're trying to you people make decisions on what you know. It's what you don't know that's screwing up our country right now. It's not just this council. That song that she was giving here, I heard 40 years ago. You can't do this, you can't do this, there's a lot of, I used to be, I'm an old builder developer. I used to be involved when this country was free. It's no longer free. We are captives right now. We're not free like we used to be. And this community and the city of Camas, I'm not a politician, can be 50% better than what it is right now. And it's not based on what you know, it's what you don't know. And what I'm trying to do is bring something on the table that's not being done. Now you want to be heard, you're heard.
No, it's not now I want you to. I've said from the start, you absolutely have to work through our planning staff and the port staff. It is absolutely inappropriate for it to come forward at this point to the elected body.
All I'm asking is a question. I said a proposal to me, can I make that proposal?
Joe, it would not be appropriate without going through the
Can
staff.
I go to the newspapers with this?
You already did, and that's
No,
fine.
No, I haven't done it yet.
I don't know, you send out communications that say you copied everybody, I
No,
assume that you copied
no,
everybody
I
that
didn't
you
send
got on
them.
there.
No, I gave them a copy.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, all right. You're refusing to accept my proposal.
No.
You are.
Your proposal needs to go through the staff, through the proper channels, just as it does for
Why
any
can't you-
other
look,
development.
I just waited 2.5 hours here because you guys couldn't make your appointments. I thought that I was on this agenda tonight because he told me to be here on this tonight at 5:30.
And again, that's my error in not getting in touch with you this last week, and I had told at least one council member that I would take the responsibility for getting in touch with you, and I didn't do it. Joe, we don't allow any other proposed development to come in before council that hasn't gone through staff, hasn't gone through the process.
This is nothing to do with development, it's something, the decision the council has to make. It's very simple. Either you agree with it or you're not. The answer is gonna be yes, no, or we're not interested. If you're not interested, 50 nonprofit organizations are not gonna get $5 million. It's that simple. I'm not saying that you will prevent it, but you'll be in step to prevent it. And I like the guys at the port. I think they're all straight shooters. This thing will not be done. And incidentally, it has to do with waiving a building fee. I have stuff in here. I have a copy of a building permit for $1 in the city of Vancouver for building a house in 1956. You guys want $20,000 to $25,000, and that's a lot of money. And for me to give you guys $5 million to go out there and build a development, and doing you a favor, plus bringing in $474 million in the community, plus creating jobs, plus bringing a tax revenue in. Why should I crawl and do this for you? You should be coming to me. I don't like to go to city council. I used to have an attorney do this kind of stuff. I don't even like to talk to. I know you guys mean well, but you make a decision based on what you know, and it's what you don't know. It's what's hurting this community. It's got a lot of potential. I could talk for a lot more here, but I better not. I'm a little pissed off.
Thank you, Joe. Larry?
I hope that you support the voluntary green building standards and don't read into the declaration something that's not there. I think it'll help the community, and it'll certainly help Joanne with dealing with the builders.
We're adjourned.